Hi, this is Gary Gold and welcome to Voodoo Agent. Now I got good news and I got bad news. The good news is it's never been easier in real estate to get leads for qualified buyers and sellers, no matter what market you're in. Just online, 65 million leads are generated a year. Now, the bad news, it's really easy to get leads. So every time you've got a lead, 10 other agents got it. And I don't care if it's your mother's cousin or if it's your best friend, they know other agents and you're always competing with 10 other agents. And the key to this business where all the money is made is that lead going from one of 10 people to the person who either lists their home and sells it or finds them a home. And that's where all the money is made today. Now I have found when it comes to this, how you communicate people is really easy. You always get that initial lead, something happens, you get on the phone, someone seems interested, and then all of a sudden it can get really hard to reach somebody. You A, need to be tenacious. B, don't think just because someone hasn't returned your call or returned an email that they're not interested. When someone's selling you something, you do the same type of thing. And also in today's world, there's like 19 different ways to communicate. So if you're calling them on the phone and that's not working, try emailing them, try texting them. And also change up what you're saying. You know, people get busy. So on a Monday, they might be really interesting, hot to trot. And then something happens, they get distracted for a number of reasons. And all of a sudden you can't reach them. Well, you might be saying the same thing. Never, ever, ever call saying, hey, I'm just checking in. That's like weak. I like to always call with relevant information. If they're a seller, you might want to call them and say, I just wanted to let you know, house sold down the street or the next block or whatever, and they got over asking in multiple offers. Or I wanted you to know interest rates have gone up or interest rates have gone down. Be of value. One of the things I like to do is I like to become somebody's real estate agent before they've really given me the job. And I like to provide value. That's another way to really start narrowing down your clients. The one other mistake people make is they feel if they're too hard to reach and they're not returning calls and it's taking too long and it's too much effort, that they drop them. They say it's not worth it, where it's really the opposite. So the harder someone is to reach, all of a sudden, every time that they're being evasive, more and more agents are falling by the wayside. I once had to contact a guy one way or another like 300 times. And I remember saying, I am going to hunt you down like a dog until you sign this listing. And we were having fun with it. But I was at this stage, no one else was around. There was no other buyers hustling him for the listing anymore because they all got fed up. So, but never lay a trip on somebody. Like you're saying, God, you're not returning my calls or I haven't heard from you. Don't do that. I always approach it as if I am doing it fresh. I never give a backstory of what they have or have not done for me. They are not obligated to call you back. I know if I wanted to buy a car and then I got distracted and the salesman was calling me, not my turn his call. But I will tell you, if that guy keeps on in a purposeful, not annoying way, following up with me over a period of time, 9 months later when I'm ready to buy that car and he calls me, it's like, hey, Bill, I'm so glad you called. It's really funny. Almost every time that I've really been over the top tenacious, they'll say to me, thank you so much for staying on top of me. I got really distracted, but we really wanted to sell, and I'm so glad. So it really is the opposite of what you think, and they're really grateful. A few months ago, I had one of my favorite situations. There was this couple, and they wanted to list their home, but there was a lot of moving parts to get it ready. And I kept on calling him to get it signed, get the listing signed, sign it, sign it, sign it. And I really was just following up with him on just an outrageous basis. And he finally gets me on the phone, and he's ready to do something. He goes, you are a tenacious motherfucker. And I said to him, Scott, I'm a real estate agent in Beverly Hills. What do you expect me to be? If I wasn't tenacious, you should find another real estate agent. When it comes to attorneys and real estate agents, people want somebody who's going to fight for them. And so if you show that fight to get the listing, it is going to converse and they are going to respect you, and that is a really good sign that you're going to do that. Now, everything doesn't work for everybody. There's some people, if you're too pushy, it might not work. I tried to err on the side of pushy because I'm not pushy by nature, so I don't think I could ever really be over aggressive. But in general, people want someone who's going to fight for them. So here's my assignment for you. I want you to look at all your business and look at all the leads that you're just not quite connecting with. And if you've been calling them and they're not returning your call, email them. If you're emailing them and that's not working, call them. If you're doing both of those, text them. You might want to make a comment on Facebook, but always do, or whatever your message to them is, change it up. Give them some new information. I'm always like hunting for that thing where I'm going to all of a sudden push a button and someone's ready to act on it. So you might be saying the wrong thing, but take a look at your business, do some of those things, and report back to me on the comments below on if you had any success. I know you will. Thanks a lot. Take care.